That's not good. And this is the Hoof GP.
And I won't let it rush when I see you dance, and the moment comes when I fall and time goes slow. I fall into you.
We all know how this goes. I trim cows' feet for a living. I look after them, and I try to ensure that they never become lame and sore as a result. In this case though, something has gone wrong, and this cow is very much lame. And now my job turns to the therapeutic side of the industry. I need to make sure I can get the weight away from the problem area and on to the parts of her foot that are not hurting. This is exactly where I need her weight to be alleviated from. We all saw in the intro that her foot was literally bubbling, and it's coming from here. Her heel bulb is delaminating, and this entire area of hoof heel is going to need to be removed as gently as possible. But therein lies a problem. Hoof horn is incredibly tough stuff, and I need to put a huge amount of power through the blade of my knife to remove it. And powerful strokes can and often do lead to mistakes. It's hard to be precise, but remember, every stroke counts. This is an animal. This is a creature who has real feelings, and everything inside the hoof capsule has a huge amount of nerve endings attached to it, so I need to be as careful as possible. But I need to remove every shred of loose and detached hoof horn. Experience tells me that the hole right in the centre of the sole of her foot will meet up with that delaminated heel area. It'll go all the way through the hoof horn, and I will eventually need to remove all of this part of her foot. But I'd like to work from the outside inwards, which is why I've already concentrated on the cracking towards the toe of her foot. Deciding how deep in I put my knife, the very edge of the blade, is crucial. If I put it in too far, I'll cut the cow and make a real mess of things. If I don't go far enough, I won't have completely healed the problem, and never will. But obviously, the smaller the slithers I take, the more precise I can be, which is why this can be tedious work. She flinches as I put the razor sharp edge of my knife between the folds of detached hoof horn, and you can see it weeping from underneath. I'm really not sure how messy this is going to get, but right now I can tell her corium is fully exposed. I haven't washed this foot, so every milliliter of fluid you can see is weeping from the battle that's going on inside the hoof capsule between the cow's immune system and the bacteria trying to attack it. It's a war, if you like, where white blood cells attack the problem. And in this case, the problem is digital dermatitis. You can see it attacking her corium. That's why it's so granulated. It's very distinctive, and unfortunately, it's very common. There are birds nesting in all of the sheds round about us, and you can tell when I'm comfortable trimming this cow's foot because my knife strokes are very swift and fast. As things get more serious and I need to concentrate more, I slow down and take my time. I need to apply a lot of pressure, but I need the accuracy to remain. I didn't think this problem was going to extend down as far as it does underneath the hoof horn. At first, to be honest, the cow's foot looked in pretty good condition, but this area here looks as though it's going to be completely underrun. So in an effort to speed things up, I use the grinder to reduce the bulk of the material so that my work with the knife is much easier and quicker. I still find it incredible just how gentle you're able to be with a machine that is capable of removing a huge amount of hoof horn. I know that at some point around about here, the hoof horn is going to be fully attached to the corium below, so I'm expecting with every swipe of the knife to reveal that. I'm kind of looking forward to it, to be honest, because then I'll know exactly what I can and what I cannot remove. Right now, I'm sort of on tenterhooks, nervous that the next swipe of the knife could be a mistake. With problems like this, her entire corium is completely inflamed, and it's really difficult to separate those layers, because sometimes those layers are still forming. I've gone slightly too far, down towards her axial wall, and I've grazed her corium. I wish I hadn't made this small mistake, but it will be inconsequential in the entire healing process. Right, once we get that cleaned up, we're going to prepare this close hoof, ready for a block. If I don't prepare it properly, the block will have no chance of sticking. It needs to be flat and level. It needs to be completely free from muck and manure, and it needs to be 100% dry, which is why you always see us blowtorching the claws. Any of those factors can prevent a block from sticking. This is how her hoof is looking now. I'm actually really happy with this trim. Yes, I did make a very small mistake, but like I said, I am happy with this trim. The dermatitis though is what is going to be the falling point here. It'll be the stumbling block. If we don't completely kill off that dermatitis, then this hoof has no chance whatsoever of healing. As it is though, she stands an incredibly good chance of it healing, believe it or not, with just this one simple trim. Right now, it definitely looks like she's feeling it, but in 2 weeks' time, she should look like a completely different cow.